Hello. Today I'm going to talk about a very inspirative description of one of the Dutch psychiatrists I'm following online, and his name is Dirk de Wachter. Dirk de Wachter actually made a commentary a couple of days ago, and I read it a few days ago, and I simply didn't have the time to comment, but this is very important. And I want to connect the dots and try to communicate what is important here. Some time ago, as a reviewer in Frontiers in Digital Health, I had a chance to act as a review editor of one very important paper. It was written during the pandemic, and it is about tsunami of mental health problems in population just during the pandemic. Becky Inkster, who is the author of that significant paper, I'm going to give you the link below, actually wrote what changed in demand of people who need some help with mental health issues from the perspective of people who are doing that online. And she had a chance just before the pandemic to organize a conference where the different digital providers are organizing online counseling or any kind of telehealth medicine programs used in psychiatry to give the feedback what changed due to the pandemic. The ciphers were staggering. I couldn't believe I had to read it thrice to believe my eyes. Actually, she reported in that article that was published in 2021 after the first wave of pandemic that actually the increase in numbers of people who are looking for help and finding it online is close to 50%. This is very close to what people are reporting to happen in US. The most significant increase we can see in rise of numbers of people who are suffering from depression and anxiety. And even before the crisis, depression was prognosed to be the disease number one. Not disease number one, but actually WHO named it the first reason to work disability of people. And actually their prognostic before the onset of pandemic was that depression was going to get that first place before 2030, but I think during pandemic it is already in the first place. We still don't have the data. We cannot say whether WHO prognosis was right or overshoot. I think this is the second thing, but I still don't have the data to confirm my impression. Psychiatrist Dirk de Wachter actually gave very lucid, intelligent and profound description of how people who are needing help and people who are actually financing help or blocking the finance of help are looking to the same phenomena. I just want to read that post that I reshared, which is excellent because I'm just going to read the description. Psychiatrist Dirk de Wachter in Humo. I compare our zeitgeist to a speedboat called Tina. There is no alternative. That boat sails very fast, and in front are glitzy boys in expensive suits with their hair in the wind, spraying magnum bottles of champagne, while their beautiful women are screaming with pleasure. But at the back, people fall by the wayside because it goes so fast and there are no railings. Because of the noise, the success boys do not hear that. And behind that speedboat, we, the psychiatrists and the psychologists, sail in rubber boats. We fish the fallen suckers and give them dry clothes. But our dinghy boats can barely follow, making it very difficult to get those patients back on the speedboat. The government now says that the boat can go even faster and that the rubber boats of the psychiatrists are too expensive. Let's give people life jackets, then they don't want to drown either. No, that speedboat has to sail so slower, and at the back there has to be a strong railing, a strong social security, so that fewer people fail into the water. Because make no mistake, most of them do not have psychiatric disorders, but are ordinary people who can no longer cope with the rat race. You could say that those who are successful are the lunatics, not to use the word psychopaths. So these words from experienced psychiatrists are really sobering. Maybe that increase of people looking for psychiatric help should, in normal conditions, be completely healthy, wouldn't have that problem. This is in connection with what I was talking about here before, that social pressure, the pressure to spend, the crazy rut of production, growth, etc., are making us sick. So we should think of a better solution. Thank you for listening.